All right, Snow, we're back
Back at it.
after a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Well, we only had like one break because
Yeah.
we still did one when you were in Boston.
Yeah. We were on vacation.
Yeah.
And we started off a couple clips of the Dropkick Murphys, St. Patrick's Day in Boston. What a great time that is. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd forgotten how we've both seen the Dropkick Murphys at other locations, but in Boston, it's something special.
We've both seen the Dropkick Murphys in Boston on St. Patty's Day.
Right.
At different times, different years.
But aren't they better? Somehow it's just a different level when they're in Boston.
Yeah, and can you believe that this Bostonian dude was talking shit to me after the show? He's like, I don't even know how it got on the subject of like, yeah, we came from Arizona to see this show. We're from Arizona. He's like, you know that they play in Arizona, don't you? I've seen them in Mesa. And I'm like, oh, really? They play in Mesa on St. Patty's Day? In Mesa? Huh?
Right.
They do their St. Patty's Day show in Mesa?
Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah,
I was so irritated.
This was their 30th birthday show also.
The fact that that guy would even say that to me, I'm like, why would it not be like a mind-blowing show when it's in their home fucking town?
Well, I've gone to New Jersey to see Bruce Springsteen. You know why? Because I wanted to see him in New Jersey.
Remember when I went to, like, we all went to the Bruce show, so I was trying to originally go to Jersey, but motherfucking nosebleed seats were $500 a ticket. I'm like, oh, fuck that. I guess I'll have to find a cheaper venue.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to go to the Jersey show.
And I know that the Dropkick Murphys became like Taylor Swift and the Swifties and handing out their bracelets. I just love this one, fuck ice. And
it is a Swiftie it's a Swiftie friendship bracelet.
Yeah, and I proudly walked through TSA wearing it the next day. And
do they have ice agents already where you were?
No,
oh, damn.
No, not at the time. I was still
too bad.
I still would have worn it.
No, I'm saying it's too bad that they weren't,
Well, they're not.
So they could see it.
They're not at Logan. They're not at Las Vegas, Harry Reid Airport. They're in Phoenix.
I don't think they're anywhere now, though, right? Didn't they? I thought they. I thought
still okay.
Whoa! Trump did he did the bullshit illegal thing of writing the letter and saying he was going to pay them. He decided he was paying them, and he's not letting it go through Congress or whatnot, and they're not supposed to do that.
Right, because he doesn't want to make a deal with the Democrats.
Right.
So, and that's the only reason, because the Democrats they said that they were going to fund everything except for ICE on it, and and the Republicans were like, no, and then fucking Trump's like, see what the Democrats are what's doing this to TSA.
No, it's like, see what the Republicans are doing? They don't give a fuck about anyone.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
And fucking, how about this, though? How about Congress write a goddamn budget that we don't have to go through this every fucking 8 weeks? They just keep on coming up with this supplemental funding that, just to keep the government open. Write a goddamn budget and compromise. That's what your job is. Well,
maybe they will be able to start elections coming up. Maybe
I don't think so. But in Project 2025, what was in
I mean, maybe the Democrats will be able to start
getting shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have elections.
Well, I mean, I think we're still going to have elections. I'm not going to be a negative Nancy on that.
The SAVE Act, which you're trying to push through, but I don't think the SAVE Act will pass.
Yeah. Who don't they only have Fetterman that's helping them, and maybe that senator from New Mexico too?
Yeah. Fucking Fetterman, man. Who thinks it?
I looked it up.
Who would think a stroke would make you switch party affiliation?
Oh, no, that happened to my business agent. I thought I told you that. My old business agent, he had a stroke, and he turned into a major Trump humper.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know.
It does kind of rewire your brain.
Isn't a stroke brain damage? I mean,
it's a blood clot in the brain.
But I mean, it basically causes brain damage, right?
Right. You need to learn some cases learn how to speak again, walk
some
again.
People can't move half their body after it. One side of their body doesn't work. It's brain damage.
Yeah, it fucks your brain up.
So, I mean, I guess it makes you go from rational to irrational thinking too.
Yeah. Well, in Project 2025, they wanted to privatize the TSA on it and get rid of the union and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think what the plan is to see how it is to have ICE be the security at airports. No, even though that's not privatized, you're just moving one agency into another.
Even the border czar, that fucking Holman, though, said ICE agents aren't trained to do TSA's job, just like TSA isn't trained to do ICE's job.
Did you see the pictures of them? They're just standing around doing nothing.
Because they don't know what the fuck to do.
Could you imagine going to work and you're not getting paid to see somebody come in to watch you do your job while they are getting paid, which is basically what's happening. We live in the goddamn dumbest timeline.
It's so fucking stupid. It's probably going to ruin my birthday trip. So, I had already booked the hotel part of my birthday trip, but I booked it so I could cancel it if I need to. And I'm going to be talking to my birthday bestie tomorrow about this to see if maybe we're just going to go on one that we can drive. Yeah, sure, gas is going to be a little more, but at least we don't have to fuck with all the airport shit. You know, the tickets are like almost double the price.
Already?
Yeah, I mean, I kicked myself in the ass for not booking it at the beginning of the year if I would have only known.
Well,
you know?
Fucking everything is just so fucking out of whack. And just so much happens. Like, we recorded 2 weeks ago when I was in Vermont. There's a lot to unpack here about Vermont. So I went back to see family, see my mom, and, I get back and find out that this morning that my mom had passed away. And, I'm numb. I don't really know what to say about that subject, but it was good that I got back, and it's good I bought the tickets a few weeks ago when I did, before everything shot up again. And I had no problems with getting through security. I think both times I was from parking the car to getting to the gate in 35 minutes in both Los Angeles and Boston. And Vermont was great. It was maple syrup season, so we went out and had a nice little, breakfast with fresh maple syrup. The maple cake was awesome. And we'll get into a little bit about Vermont towards the end of it. Something else that I experienced, but we'll have clips for the end. Then we had, we just got No Kings 3 just now.
Yeah, we just came back from the protest.
Yeah, and even though I'm going through what I'm going through, I think it's really important to show up and make it be known. Like the local papers, everybody will say, well, there's only 5 people that show up. No, there was well over 200. I don't know the exact count, and that's pretty good for Kingman. And mostly it was positive, right? The energy is positive.
It's really good for Kingman because we've said this before, but if you're newly listening, we are in Paul Gosar's district. That is the county in which we live in. So even 20 people coming to it would be a good thing, So because we are in the reddest part of the state of Arizona. We are the reddest.
Yeah. Well, and it's good to get the message out because all those people on local Facebook pages, I mean, it's the same stupid trolls every time where they're like, oh, well, the same 5 people will come out. They don't even know what they're protesting for. No, we know what we're protesting for more than ever. Since the last No Kings, let's see, what we've had. Some of the Epstein files have come out. We have a war in Iran.
But we should say with the Epstein files coming out, they've only been leaked. Like they're like redacted ones that this administration is so stupid and incompetent. They were able to remove a lot of the like the blacked out bars.
Redacted, yeah.
Yeah. So they were able to figure out. They had a program that removed the black bars so they could actually read more of what was into them. But that is still not the same thing as the Epstein files being released by the government, which they promised to do. He ran on that. He ran on having them released.
And he ran on having low gas prices.
He ran on the prices, all prices coming down, food prices, all of it. On day one, everything. On day one, all your problems will be solved.
How?
Day one.
Fuck. And I know that you've seen this yourself on Nextdoor. How these people are just like lemmings. You just throw out a new line. Freedom isn't free. And they all just, freedom isn't free. Freedom isn't free. Like just like fucking parrots.
Because they like catchphrases and symbols. Those are like their things. Oh man, I should have had it ready for the show too. There's a great quote that George Carlin also always used to say about symbols, like the symbols of America that had it. Fuck, I should have had it ready for the show. Oh well.
We'll mention it next time.
Right. Yeah, I know. There will be a next time.
Yeah, there
where
will
we
be.
can.
We're not giving up.
There's always going to be a time for us to rag on the patriots that live in the United States.
Yeah. So it's really important to show up, because Trump's message to the world is we're winning. We're winning. We've won this war. Well, why are you sending ground troops in? Well, besides the point. We're winning. America loves what's going on. But now the rest of the world gets to see pictures of millions and millions and millions of people out in the streets opposing this administration, opposing this war, opposing having pedophiles hold office here.
Especially when the rest of the world, there's often been phrases like, what the hell is wrong with America? What the hell is wrong with the American people that they're not outraged by this? What is wrong with you in your country? What the fuck is wrong with you? You know?
And well, this will send the message that
this will at least send the message that no, many of us, there are dumb fucks here who are okay with all this, but I'm not going to lie to anyone and say that there's not. But it's like, no, the majority of us are not okay with this. We are not okay with our president. We are not okay with our representation in the world. We're not okay with this. We're not okay with the war. We're not okay with any of this.
We're not okay with our government being shut down every 8 weeks.
We're not okay with our president being a pedophile or protecting pedophile. Technically, he has not been convicted on anything, but at least protecting pedophilia. We're not okay with that.
Yeah. But the rest of the world, I get it. They're not going to trust us for years and years, because we had Trump. We got rid of him, but then we elected back. So say, I'm just going to throw the name Gavin Newsom out there. Say Gavin Newsom wins in 2028. Who knows? I don't know if he's going to run again. But say if he does win, is that going to make the world trust us? Because they'd be like, how do we know you're not just going to elect another crazy person in another 4 years?
No, they already, it took a lot with, after Trump was elected the first time, and then Biden came in and, had to do a lot of repairing, and other countries still were like, not fully back to trusting us 100%, but he made things a little bit better. But then what does our dumbass fucking country do? They go and fucking bring daddy back.
Because of the price of eggs.
I don't even know what to say sometimes.
It is mind-boggling, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of history books written about this time that we're living through.
Oh yeah.
On it. And I know somebody might be asking, well, hey, how are you doing a podcast today? How do you go to a protest when, your mom just passed away? It's because this is what my mom would want me to do.
Yeah.
She'd want me to speak up. And she'd want me to be out in the streets. And I think I did get my sense of political awareness and my interest in it from her.
Yeah.
She was probably a little bit more obsessed about it than I am. She would have MSNBC on, or MSN Now, whatever it is, 24/7.
Right.
On it until her TV screwed up, and now she's got stuck on like oldies country all the time. And she's, that's neither here or there. But yeah, so this is what I am supposed to do. And I would have liked to seen her make it past the Trump presidency and see what it's like on the other side. Because it's this fucking shit show has got to end at some point.
Yeah.
And it's hard, and it's bleak, and like it seems like there's no way out. And yes, nothing's going to really happen from these protests. It's not going to change anything. But it is just going to show that we were all there together in solidarity, and except for Oh no, I'll let you make your point before I make my next point.
But it does show things. Like, it's like, you know what? Every time you're gonna make Snow be all like positive and joyful right now, but
well, I need to be uplifted. It's time for you to uplift me for a change.
Okay. Every time that I go to a protest, I always at least meet one person who then kind of, it seems like the clouds pass a little bit and there's sunshine that's let in.
Yeah, okay.
Because today,
I know where you're going.
I got to meet someone, a woman who was happened to be standing right next to us, and she started talking to us, about, and said how, I'm in the I was in the military. I served in the military, but I was never a political person until they've been murdering people in our street, until they murdered Alex Preddy and Renee Good.
Yeah, and
then
she had the be pretty good hat on. Yeah,
be pretty good. And then it has the flowers too, and each of the flowers stand for fuck Donald Trump, because it's one of them, the T's the tulip, I can't remember what the other two are, right? But anyways, I have seen that though, because it's a subtle way of being able to say fuck Donald Trump,
yeah,
without having to put that on, because some people like to still keep it classy. You know what I mean? So yeah, she was like, look, I was I forget what she said, what her position was, but she was in combat too. And she was telling me, she was talking about the Geneva Convention too.
Yeah, and how you're supposed to, if you're medical, you're supposed to treat rules of engagement. And and if you come across a wounded soldier from the other side, you're supposed to treat them too.
Yes, you are supposed to do that. And she's like, and this is not what's going on. And this is going on our streets. And she goes, and I can't take it no more. So, and it's like, every time I at least get to meet someone like that, like our friend for Linda too, like, I'm like, this is what makes it all worth it. Even if there's just one person like this.
Yeah.
Like we had this happen with the March for Our Lives, where there was like one person that was like, I couldn't take it anymore. I went out and registered, and as a Democrat, I would have never done that before.
Yeah. So, I mean, words matter, showing up matters. And I know our longtime listeners, I'm half joking, are going to ask, well, what did Karen do today? Well,
oh shit,
because we got to talk about it, right?
Karen mad dogged us.
We were standing across the street,
minding our own fucking business,
and for better visibility though, because you wanted your sign to stand out from everybody else, right?
Well, and plus, like, I just feel like, and another protester and friend of the show, Bree, also made mention. She goes, you know what? I decided that it is a good idea to have people on both sides of the street, because the people coming from this way can't see all the signs. So if we have some of the signs over here, that it would make them more visible too.
So Karen notices us standing across the street, and then
mad dogs us for a good 10 minutes. She's standing there just fucking staring.
Yeah.
Just staring.
And then somebody comes across the street and said, oh, by the way, the person with the yellow safety vest said the police officer said to keep it to one side. And
that let's in case Karen's listening, I want to say it exactly how she said. She's like, the old woman that's wearing the safety vest she said that the police told her that you guys cannot be over here, that they only want it on one side of the street. And she goes, I don't know. That's what she told. And I go, you know what? She starts a lot of shit with us. And she goes, well, then if I was you, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what the lady told us.
And okay, we're painting a picture with our words. So there's another 5 people or so on the same side of the street as us.
Right.
The message wasn't delivered to them.
Nope. It was only delivered to us.
And the police officer didn't deliver the message. So what do you think I did? Well, of course you were there. What do you think I would do?
You were like, I think maybe I should go ask. As a law-abiding citizen, and I don't want to break any laws or piss off the police because they're here to help us out.
Why? Well, secretly, I know.
I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna ask the police officer if he actually said this.
Yeah, and secretly, you know what I was doing. I was fucking pissed.
Stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Stirring the pot.
I went up to the officer and said, "Thank you for showing up here. You're doing a great job. And by the way, do you have a problem with us being across the street?" And of course he said no. So I come back and I relayed the message to you and Bree, but then, I've been through a lot in the last 12 hours. So I was just like, you know what? Brian, who's the other guy who was, the safety person there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want to start shit with Karen to her face. I went over there, but by this point, my blood is boiling and I could feel my blood pressure was going. And I said, "Hey, this is what's going on. If you go tell Karen, if she has a fucking problem with us, come over and say it to our face." And so I went into one of the other local...
Waddle your ass across the street.
Went over to one of the other local dams and relayed the message. And they went over and did pull her aside and talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what becomes of it. But my point being is we're fucking fighting fascism here. Fascism. We're fighting fucking wannabe Nazis that aren't fucking smart enough to be Nazis.
My point is...
We don't need shit from somebody that is quote unquote on our side.
My point is, I feel like my point can best be described in a quote from a fellow Democrat who ran for vice president of the United States, Tim Walz. Mind your own damn business. That's how my feelings are about this. To her, she needs to mind her own damn business. And I'm even going to say it nice. I'm going to say it the Tim Walz way instead of saying it the Snow way, because Snow usually says mind your own fucking business.
I was going to fucking not be nice. But I decided I didn't want to be the one to disrupt the fucking protest. But fucking it. But speaking of the Epstein files, okay, why can't we handle it like fucking Britain does, and then they got rid of fucking Charles's brother, kicked him out of the family, or Ceaser Chavez, who did great things for the labor movement and farmers.
Yeah.
But he did really bad things. And how do they handle it? Do they rename it the Trump Kennedy Center?
Scrape that name off of everything.
You just scrape that name off of everything. And yes, he did good work. Yes, he was a very fucking bad person. And so that's how you handle it. You just get rid of these fucking people who do this vile shit to kids.
I mean, I mean, someday we're gonna get to know. Someday they're gonna release the files. I mean, whether it has to wait all through till we have a new president, then because I don't know if they'd be able to be released if, let's say, that the Democrats take control of the House and fuck the Senate. Maybe they're saying now that the Dems actually have a good chance with all the way a lot of these elections are going. If that were to happen, then I don't know if they have a way of releasing them. I want them to be released when that shitbag is still alive. I do. I don't want it to be like, oh, they don't get released until after fuckface dies.
Yeah, why is it that fucking if we lose Chuck Norris, who is in like for 80 something years old, was in peak physical shape, and Chuck Norris drops dead, but that fucking piece of shit is still alive.
Well, Chuck Norris might be sad about that too, though. Wasn't he a Trump humper?
Yeah, he was.
So he's probably like, well, if I can't live on, I am glad that Orange Daddy is still living on.
Yeah, but is it really a surprise? Like all those 80s action stars are fucking MAGA. It's all fucking tough guys. Sylvester Stallone.
No, I mean, I'm not trying to sit there and just make it political. No, it is crazy that someone who is in that great a shape kicks off. But that happens all the time, too. I mean, there's stories of like people who are in their 20s.
What about that? Yeah,
athletes do everything right, never eat a fucking carb, like they're in peak physical shape and they drop dead.
Yeah, I forget who it was, but there was that guy that he was really famous for being in shape and running all the time, and he dropped dead running, fucking having a heart attack, and he was
right.
Late
I
30s.
Mean, yeah, I don't know.
It's just a fucking
one of the great mysteries.
That's why I don't think there's a God, because why would God allow this to happen?
Yeah, I know. Like like I'm an agnostic, so. But as an agnostic and as someone who was formerly religious all the time, I'd be like, when I was at the start of going through my. Is there really a God? When you sit there and you think like, if there was a God though, why would this and this and this and this? And you just go through the list of how is it that he's never tried to prevent any of these fucking things like from happening? But people try to say that there is divine intervention that happened. Like, here's a funny story. Like my old when I lived in Phoenix, at the place where the house where me and my boyfriend at the time were renting his friend's studio,
living in sin.
And living in sin. But he's telling us this story about what why he believes in God, and this is the only reason that this could have happened. Was he was in college. And he was like pissed that the vending machine took his money. And so he was fucking with the vending machine and it fell on him.
Beavis and Butthead. Get up.
And it fell on him. But he said that he was able to push it back up. And he said the only thing that it could have been was he felt like the hand of God coming in, and it was divine intervention that fucking saved his life. You had never heard us
Jesus,
laughing.
Take the vending machine.
I know, no shit. You had never heard me and my fucking boyfriend being smartasses, like laughing our ass up, like really, like that's what God would come down and step in to save you from the vending machine. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, well, you explain it then. This thing had to have weighed like 500 pounds. How the fuck else would it have gotten off it? I'm like, there's stories about how moms like save their kids. Like if there's it's like a force of adrenaline. I'm like, that's probably what you had. Has nothing to do with God.
Yeah. Please don't find me fucking dead, getting my hand stuck in a vending machine, getting my
trying to grab my stickers. I'm hangry.
Holy shit. I mean, there are certain good things that happen. I mean, Katie Hobbs did veto the 202 from becoming the Charlie Kirk Highway.
Thank God. Thank God. I mean, come on.
Yeah, fucking, why does he get a fucking highway named after him?
Why? And why? What's the point of that? Why can't it just still be just called the 202? Like, I'm fine with just the numbers.
And if it didn't become the Charlie Kirk Highway, wouldn't you just avoid? I would just fucking avoid going on. I avoid going on the 202 anyways because the traffic sucks in that area.
Yeah, but my sister does live on the east side of town, so
you have
there might be occasions. Well, no, I mean to take it from like where my dad lives. I don't have to get on the 202, but depending on where you are in the valley, like it's gonna be like if I was already over at her house visiting her and then we went to like go get our nails done or went for coffee or go to dog parks and shit, I might have to get on that motherfucking 202. And I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Speaking of highways, can Congress do this? Can Congress make a bill to take away Tiger Woods' driver's license?
Oh my God. Okay, so everybody knows how I feel about driving.
Right.
If I only had Tiger Woods money, I would have myself a motherfucking driver, so I never had to fucking drive ever. No. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Yeah. Like, you have the means to not drive, and you still choose to do it.
How come someone that's so good with a driver is so bad as a driver? Look, there's two DUIs. And then he almost got killed in a car accident a few years ago.
Right. The one where he was like all fucked up. Couldn't he like not even like golf for a while? He was so fucked up.
His leg almost got amputated.
But like, what are you thinking, dude? You are not good at driving. You're not good at driving a car. You're good at driving a club. Okay, stick to that.
And fucking Trump is already pleading with fucking Florida Governor Ron there to fucking pardon him already before the fucking facts are even out.
To pardon Tiger?
Pardon Tiger.
Oh, is Tiger a Trump lover?
Yeah. Dude, that jail video, he is really married to Don Jr.'s.
They're married?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
That's why Kai Trump is such a good golfer.
Oh, because she gets tips from
Tiger Woods. Tiger fucking Woods.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best golfers of all time. I don't know. I find it hard, because I was a Chuck Norris fan. I was a Tiger Woods fan, but it's just so hard.
But hasn't Tiger Woods' golf game, I mean, it's going to sound shitty. It's always gone down since he quit banging all those hookers. Because I was always like, maybe he needs to go back to banging like hookers all the time, because he was like really good at golf back then. Remember when he was doing all that?
Yeah, if you're banging a lot of women, that keeps you in good shape.
Yeah.
It keeps you limber.
Right.
Probably doesn't have all those knee problems that he's been having.
Oh.
And, I know a lot of people say we don't have a king. We haven't had a king since 1776. Okay, but you got a fucking president who now wants to fucking sign money. He wants to put his signature. Can you imagine?
And he wants his fat face on it and everything. It's like, dude, I don't want to it already sucks enough that I have to look at 3 people now that look like you, all with that stupid, ugly, unfuckable Trump face. Don Jr., Eric, and fucking Barron. Oh God, you got no, I don't need you to start reproducing now on money. Like, no.
Can you imagine though? People are just going to redact his name on the dollar bill with a Sharpie. They're going to fucking just write Donald Trump is a pedophile.
There is going to be so much shit written on money. You know how like every once in a while you'll get a bill that has stuff written on it, Yeah,
I've gotten the ones that say fuck Trump. Well, I've gotten the ones that it'll have a picture of the White House on it.
But it's going to be every single one now.
It says Trump lives here.
Ew.
I've gotten those.
Ew, I haven't gotten that, but I don't use a lot of money. Thank God.
I don't. I rarely keep cash on me.
Yeah, I'm like more of like I just put everything on my credit card and then I just pay it off every month.
Yeah. So, one of the good things I saw in Burlington, and I kind of wish our local party would let somebody else handle these protests, because in Burlington, there was an incident where ICE went to a house. They were looking for a guy, and ICE went to a house where the guy did not live, but they saw a car pull up that had 3 people of color in it. And they arrested those people, which the fine people of Burlington, Vermont, went and they started protesting at that house. Because ICE was hanging out there, I believe, to see if the guy would come around. So what did the people of Burlington do? They show up.
Mm-hmm.
They show up to that house, and it escalated. There was tear gas used. ICE and the Vermont state troopers were being violent with the protesters, and it led to a protest that I just happened to be in on March 16th, where Johanna Patin was being held at her trial or being arraigned was at the federal courthouse, and I showed up there, and there was a group called Migrant Justice who organized a protest, and it was the best protest I had ever been to. It was well organized. They weren't afraid to fucking censor the people or even censor themselves. They were saying, well, fuck this, with megaphones. And so Joanna...
So you were allowed to say that there, unlike Kingman, where you're not allowed to say?
Where they were allowed to say, and they said that, hey, let's let them hear us inside the courthouse. And the protesters packed the courthouse during the sentencing trial just to be known, be aware. And it was just refreshing, and to see all the businesses along Church Street and said, ICE, get out of our city, in their doorways. And just the vibe there was just so different than it was here. And we're going to end this with some clips of that protest. But Migrant Justice in Burlington, Vermont, you're doing a tremendous job. And I appreciate everything I was doing. I was lucky to be there. As you know, I was telling you, I was like, oh, this is what's going on in Burlington. I'm going to try to seek out one of these protests because I felt the need, like today, you need to show up. You need to get out there. You need to make your voices heard, is what we did today, even though our own party tries to one person in our party tries to silence us and not make us feel welcome at protests.
I had it with her.
Yeah. So
she's lucky that she didn't come across the street, because I would have been like, bitch, nope, turn the fuck around, go back to your own side, get out of here.
And to Brian.
Fuck out of my face.
Brian put a lot of work into this protest, and that is the only reason I did not go over and confront Karen myself.
Right.
Because I had just had it.
Because we're trying to be respectful to the people that we do like.
Yeah.
So,
on that note, I think both of us are a little tired from emotionally and physically from the protests and everything else going on in our lives and the trips. But, let's end it on this. We didn't talk about this. On one of the last episodes, we talked about how somebody came up in the... when all the library stuff was going on, and he said at the Laughlin Library that you're allowed to have porn in the library, and transgender people were hanging out near the bathroom. So what does Snow do in these situations where something sounds ridiculous?
Snow goes to the location and looks with her own 2 working eyeballs, even though I have to wear contacts, with her own 2 fucking eyeballs, and sees if what this dipshit is saying is true.
So, were there a bunch of transgender people watching the restrooms?
I did not see one transgender person in the library the entire time I was in there.
Were there chairs based right outside the restroom?
No, there was not. There's like a bench. So if you walk in the hall into the library, there's a beautiful kind of like well, I don't want to say atrium because they don't have like a ton of plants in there, but it looks like it would be good for like there's a lot of windows. And then if you walked left, you'd have to walk all the way to the end of that walkway and then turn to go to the bathrooms, make another left to go to the bathrooms. They're all the way at the end of that with no seats anywhere remotely near there. There's one bench when you first walk in that you could sit at, but why would you want to do that if you're going to, it's nowhere near, it's just like sitting right there. It's almost like if, you know how like if you go into a restaurant and you can sit and wait for the rest of your party to arrive, it's almost like that. Like you sit there to wait for, if you were meeting your friends at the library for like a, I don't know, like doing stuff at the library. You could probably meet friends at the library, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so then if you go to the right, and by the way, they have a very nice library in Laughlin. It is a really nice library. I mean, especially for like a small town area, like Kingman might want to get some pointers from them. Is the like they obviously decided to put tax money into having a very nice library there. You know what I mean?
And so is that wasting tax money to see what books can be in the library?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because it looks, the building is nice. It's a pretty library.
Okay.
You know?
Now another important question: were the degenerate homeless people singing at the computers, jacking off to porn?
No. And I think I know where he got this from. First, I will say I walked past the computer room. There was not even one person on the computer. There was not even one person in the computer room. There were 0 people in the computer rooms and 0 people on the computers. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I came during strange hours, but there was nobody using computers when I was there. Okay. And so this also prompted me to, I go, you know what? I was thinking, I'm like, right before I went in, I'm like, I didn't do a Google search. And I'm like, well, fuck, I didn't even bother to ask Google if people go to the libraries in Laughlin to go look up porn. So I typed that exact thing into Google search. And Google search prompted, because Google search knows, because they do Google Maps, that what county Laughlin's in. So it says, brings up this article about how you cannot watch porn in public libraries in Clark County. Clark County. Laughlin, Nevada, and Vegas, for that fact, is in Clark County. That's why if you get like arrested in Laughlin, you have to get shipped all the way up to Vegas to go to jail.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and go to your court things and whatnot. Okay. So then, like, you know, I started watching just by chance, not even related to this, but by chance. I've been watching reruns of Reno 911 because it popped up in Paramount, right? And I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't get to see all those episodes, you know, back in the day. And I don't have regular TV to, you know, I didn't have regular TV. I haven't had it for the longest time in order to have Comedy Central, because I believe that's what they aired Reno 911 on, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I should watch that, because I always remembered liking that show. It was silly, super silly. And, you know, on one of the, and okay, so let's just say Reno is in, I think it's called Washoe County, Washoe, something like that. Anyways, so on one of the episodes, they made a joke about how they were going to have to go to the library to get the homeless out of the library for watching porn on the computers in the public library. And I started laughing when I saw it, because I'm like, that must be where that fucking bird brain got this from. He probably got this from a Reno 911 episode, and then you're going to use shit that you saw on Reno 911 to go talk to the city council and make your point, or I'm sorry, the board of supervisors, and make your fucking point to get a fucking book banned.
Fucking so stupid.
Wow. Like, wow.
So yeah, to our fan club who make all the videos about, me and everything else and Ron Gold, hey, victory is yours.
Come out of the closet, Ron Gold. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Come out of the closet.
Allegedly.
Come out of the closet, down. Fuck the world we live in. Man. Fucking, we're concerned about fucking books, but hey, whatever, So on that note, we'll wrap this one up. Come see us at Pod Jam 3, April 9th through the 11th in Las Vegas. Get your tickets on Human Tix. You can see us. You can see Rod and Karen from The Black Guy Who Tips. You can see our friend Jail Covan.
He'll be recording.
Doing Trump show, 8 o'clock Friday night in a park. It's like Shakespeare in a park, but it's Trump in a park.
Trump in a park.
Yeah.
Yay!
And
I'm excited.
Get to see Pete Dominic attend some podcasts with Washa Ali and Jail Covan.
Sweet.
And Ron Karen. And we're not going to get up on stage. You know what? Because we're going to be with our people. We're going to be in the audience. But you can come up and you can say hi to us. And because we're just like you. Nobody's.
Yeah, you can come have a drink with us.
Yeah.
We'll be having cocktails.
We'll party with us. And we're going to have a really good time. That is at Pod Jam in Las Vegas in just 2 weeks.
Yay, I know, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to get out of Kingman.
It'll be fun to get out of Kingman.
And it'll be fun to be JL Covan's chauffeur.
I want to record that conversation. You think jail would go for, him doing Trump commentary on your driving?
It'd be funny.
But yeah, we will sit down face to face with jail and do a podcast at some point that weekend, and hopefully some of the rest of y'all who go into Pod Jam and Pete's crew, and follow Pete Dominic, who makes this all possible, and yeah. So we'll see you there, and we'll sign off. Snow.
Till next time.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. And this one's for you, Mom. Okay? Bye.